I look at you, looking at you.
All right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Keela, how you doing?
I'm good. How are
You
you?
making it? You making it?
I'm making it. I've been up since
Today we have
2:30,
yeah.
and I'm
Today we have one of my favorite stores in the world and the owners of my favorite store in the world. So and we're gonna get into them. They are Talib and Kiana Barnes, owner of In Harmony Cafe Suites and more in the heart of Detroit, 12041 Dexter on the corner of Dexter and Duane Street, south of Davison. Gotta check them out. Uh, but one thing I want to say is chai tea. We're gonna get into that in a minute. But how are you guys doing, Barneses?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Excellent.
Fantastic. A
Excellent.
little tired from yesterday, but
Yeah.
you
still-
guys had a really busy day yesterday.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I can't wait to get into that. But welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Thank you for making time for us.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Okay, so before we get into all of that, I got one question I want to ask everybody. And that question is, where are we going today?
We're going all the way there.
Where?
Where are we going today? All the way there. Let's go. Where are we going today? 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 All the way there.
Hey,
Welcome back to another episode of All the Way There podcast. Today we got a special treat for everybody. I said it before, I'll say it again. This is one of my favorite stores in the world. You got to go check it out. In Harmony Cafe Suites and more. We have the owners, Talib and Kiana Barnes, with us today,
Yes.
and they're gonna tell us a lot about their store, the location, the functions, what they sell, and I know everybody's going to enjoy it just like I did. Yesterday was a fun day there. We're going to get into that. Going to show you a couple of pictures. But before we do that, we have an icebreaker that we always start with.
okay.
And our icebreaker today is, when you guys go into a coffee shop, what beverage do you buy and what pastry do you usually eat with it? Kilo, what do you got?
I don't usually do a pastry. That's not my typical thing, but I always been so now I've been kind of hooked on the what is it called? The
Chai
tea.
tea? Chai tea?
Yes, and I'm not a tea drinker.
Mm-hmm.
So that's become my favorite. It was another shop that we had went to that I thought I liked it, and then we went to their shop. And remember, we haven't been back to the other
It
shop.
was the best. We never even thought about
So
that.
y'all hands down make the best one. And I'm not just saying that because you guys are on the podcast. Like I really mean it.
Mhm.
And if I'm gonna do something cold, I like an iced coffee of some sort.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so for me, you guys changed the game because, like Keela said, we went to another place, got the chai tea. It was like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's cool. And then we heard about you guys came over and said, well, let's try the chai tea over here. Skaplak how. It was like it was like, what is this? And I was like, I gotta have this every time. Now I don't eat many
Awesome.
sweets. I don't eat many. Now I gotta try the other drinks that you have, but I'm a creature of habit. So if
Mhm.
I do something different, I'm gonna
It
get my
works.
chai tea and that. But what I don't eat sweets, but I want to try something that you told me that you made yesterday.
Oh man.
And I can't imagine how you make it. And that is what is vegan?
Yes.
What do you call it?
So these are my vegan cupcakes.
Vegan cupcakes.
And yesterday you were supposed to try the lemon cherry bomb.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I was supposed to do that. And I forgot because I'm running around taking pictures and doing all this Aviant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have reminded you had I known that was the plan.
Yeah, but I totally forgot.
Don't
But,
worry about it. We still got one here with your name on it.
Yes, we're gonna do that. So let me ask you this first. Answer the icebreaker question, and then we're gonna get into In Harmony. So coffee, I know that's big for you guys. Before you had your setup, when you drank coffee, what did you get, and what pastry did you eat?
Hmm. Well, if I'm going first,
Go ahead.
and to this day, I mean, because we still like to visit other coffee shops. I mean,
Right.
yeah. So in every coffee shop I visit, I always get an Americano.
Hmm.
Yeah, always
An Americano.
Yes, yes, because that'll let me see that'll get me a taste of their espresso shot,
Yeah.
and that's where I really get the essence
Okay.
of the coffee.
Are you checking out the competition?
Sort of, but yeah, sort of.
So what's in the Americano? What is that exactly?
It's just it's an espresso. It's espresso with hot water poured over it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yep,
Yeah.
So you just take it straight, no chaser, basically.
that's right. No cream, no sugar. I just
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I don't play with people like that because they be serious.
yeah. It's not a game.
Yeah, it ain't no game, right?
No, I enjoy it though. That's how I enjoy it. Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
very interesting.
Okay. So, Kiana, what would you enjoy?
Okay, so when we go together, he orders the no frills, no thrills.
Mhm,
I tend to go for a flavored latte, and I
mhm.
choose a flavor that I've never had before.
Ah, okay.
So that's my balance. If I'm not gonna do a pastry, I'll get a sweet latte drink. And
Okay.
I would try any flavor that they have. I won't go with the basic vanilla, hazelnut. It has to be something that I've never had before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you guys are obviously hands down some bomb. What is it, baristas, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to these other places, are you like, babe, when y'all get in the car, this a 5, this a 4? I mean, not naming places, but do you guys do that amongst each other?
Okay.
Keela
We were
does
being honest, allegedly.
Yeah.
We actually, tasted then and there. You know how they do the baking shows? They
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
get the aroma, Then we just give our opinion, like,
Yeah, I like this one. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we do.
Yeah, like with anything, because
Yeah.
you have hairdressers and they'll look and say, "Oh, she need her ends clipped," or
Yeah.
you have a person like me who may work on certain things in the auto industry, and you can notice
Yeah.
things. So it's just what we do when you in your own element. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So let's dive into it. So, In Harmony Sweets and In Harmony Cafe Sweets and More,
Mm-hmm.
12041 Dexter Avenue in the heart of Detroit. How did that go from an idea to you actually physically, like right now, sitting in the lobby?
Honestly, sometimes we sit here and look at each other and ask that same question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly,
I
it-
love it.
prayer, and hands down the Lord, like 100.
Yeah.
I was so impressed with the. This is a beautiful place.
Mhm.
All these nice colors, and even the wood texture behind you guys is so calming. And then you guys have this part in your lobby that I call a tribute to everybody's grandmama's living room.
It straight up feels like you are in your grandmother's living room.
Yes, it is. It's just a homey feel. Once I got my chai tea and I sat in the little grandma part, I just felt like, this was home. Okay,
Yeah.
so what was the humble beginnings? I mean, how did it start for you guys?
Okay, so let's say probably about, actually we did a pilot like about 10, 11, 12 years ago.
12 years
About 12 years ago. We were okay, so our thing has always been coffee, so we were like, we were actually selling coffee like door to door. I would go down to like the Renaissance Center and try to sell coffee, just my coffee, just out there peddling coffee, pushing coffee. And at the time we was doing a lot of work at our church, and that was my only gig. We just get up in the morning, see how much coffee, just and we were trying to take a break. We were looking for it's kind of interesting that we were looking for a place to kind of chill out, like a nice family friendly entertainment spot. At the time we really couldn't find one, so we were like, hey, let's just make our own. Yeah, let's just make our own. So we went to our pastor and said, hey, we got this idea, we want to do this this entertainment spot where we can get good clean entertainment. And we sell our coffee and stuff like that, and kind of it started to grow kind of more, and it ended up turning to be like a nightclub atmosphere. We called it In Harmony Cafe. We were using the church fellowship hall.
Okay.
Yeah, and as we were, let me see, that's how we started it like some years ago, and it turned out to be a pilot because it turned out to be more popular than we thought it was going to be.
Nice. That's what's up.
That is cool. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, so you say you started there, but did you tell us how you came up with your name?
Oh, okay. So In Harmony Cafe. So the way we came up with our name was based on drum roll.
Oh, don't tease me because I found a drum roll.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you can see our logo, but our logo, if you see it in the middle of the cup, it's a yin and yang, or yin and yang. The harmony, right? So the way we came up with it, it's actually based on our marriage. Yeah. So we just, when we got married, we decided that we always want to be in harmony, right?
I love it.
You marry, you can find yourself being just roommates, you follow each other and stuff like that, and have some unspoken ills or feelings or emotions and stuff like that. So one thing that we vowed to do is always keep our marriage in harmony. So with that comes us checking, are you okay? Have I done anything to offend you, or to always be in harmony. So that's how we came up with it. And that's the logo. And then if you notice on top with the smoke on the cup, there are little notes, musical notes. Doing like jazz, and we had like a lot of musical stuff going on as well, spoken word and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Club Cafe in our pilot program. So.
Yeah,
that is nice.
So this is your what year of business? How many years have you been in business?
Okay. You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've always dabbled in doing business, different things, just like I say, when we come across something and we don't see that, if we come across a need, nobody's doing it, we just say, let's do it ourselves. But we actually started, we did that as a pilot about 12 years ago, but my background is actually IT. So yeah. So I went to school for IT. So we actually started an IT after working for several companies. We started an IT consulting company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ran that for 10,
10, 11,
12 years.
12 years.
Wow.
Really? You
Yeah.
guys look like you're like 27. So how's that?
Yeah, that's
you.
true. That's true. I am 27.
I know. I remember when we first met. I mean, you both really look young, but I was thinking like, wow, she's a baby. They got a long way. And then she like, no, because we came in on your birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you were like, no, I'm not as young as you think. I'm like, wait, what? That's a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2021, that's where the picture scenario changed from IT,
Mhm.
and we reopened up the In Harmony Cafe book.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so while we were running our IT company, basically I did all the ladder climbing, all the installations and repairs and stuff like that. Kay did the accounts receivables, the
HR.
you know, make sure everybody got paid.
Right.
Homeschooling.
And she did homeschooling.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how we were running it. And sometime in 2021, I broke my leg really bad. Really bad. Ask me how I did it.
How you do it?
How did you do it?
Wait. Drum roll.
Drum roll.
You got the drum.
Have you heard of Mount Rushmore?
You said what?
Have you heard of Mount Rushmore?
Yes. You jumped off a mountain?
No, I wasn't. You ever heard of mountain climbing?
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't doing that. No.
Oh.
No. The reason the parody of that is I was not doing anything as exciting as that. I was actually playing tag with my children
At Mount Rushmore.
No, Mount Rushmore has nothing to do with it.
Then why would
no. I was just hyping it up.
What he's saying is normally somebody would fall. It would be a great story to tell, but he just was playing tag.
Oh wow, because that just went right.
Yeah. Aaron is kind of literal.
Wow, climbers too.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to tell that story as if it was like, I was doing, I was scaling the mountain. And, no, man, I was just at the park playing tag, and I was it.
Oh,
that's it. I was it. So,
and so you broke your leg and said, you know what? Let's sell some more of this coffee.
No. Let's back up. So my daughter and I, my she was 7 at the time. Super competitive. Her and I are just super to each other. Like we're so competitive. So she was that, Dad, you can't catch me. You too slow. You can't catch me. So I'm going ham. I'm giving it all I got. Right. I'm gonna catch this little girl, and I hit a pothole or something in the grass and just broke my leg, just fractured my upper tibia. Laying on the ground, I realizing how dumb that was. First of all, I'm watching all the other dads play with their kids, and the way they were playing with their kids, where they're pushing them on the swing, you know, helping them up the slide, letting them slide down. Not me. Yeah. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Sliding down the slide, I'm running, and they all looking at me, and then I fail, and
that changed the course of events.
It did. So I had to be carried home. I ended up with a plate in my leg, 4 screws. And it was, as I was laying there, I was thinking about how dumb it was for me to be doing that, and I had to, go out and still provide. I had clients that were expecting me the next day. So with that, so I was out of commission for a minute, and then but let me back up a little further. Let me back up a little more. While we were doing the IT, Key was looking for, she had tried different eating habits, and because she was like, come to find out she was allergic to a lot of stuff, but she's trying to find foods that actually wouldn't have a certain reaction for her.
Okay.
And so she was vegan, So she was trying to make, different vegan things, and she would come with her vegan items that she would make because she couldn't find anything that was really good, right?
Okay.
Once
As
again,
far as pastries.
as far as sweets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and once again, she can't find anything. What do we do? What do we say?
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So she would try. Now, see, I'm a sweets junkie. I'm a sweetaholic, and I'll keep. And I didn't know mercy. I'm still
No
bringing
problem.
sweets in the house, and she can't eat them.
Mhm.
And so she started just really going into her lab, into her kitchen, till she figures something out. She'll bring stuff to me, and I'm like, ooh, I feel sorry for you. But look, then one day she brought me this cake that she had made, the vegan cake that's so popular now.
Mhm.
And I ate it, and I'm like, oh man, this is really good.
Mhm.
So I started literally giving them out. I'm like going to family, taste this. I'm popping them in people's mouth. Here, taste this, taste that. And they loved it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, we might have something here. So while we were doing the IT thing, before I fail, we would do different vendor shows with her cupcakes.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. But it wasn't too serious about it. Our primary thing was the IT thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then once I went down, failed, being a big kid, she just said, hey, got into prayer, prayed about it, and started doing the vegan cupcakes.
Mhm.
And I got a fly flying around here. She started doing the vegan cupcakes, and we actually didn't start because we couldn't really get out and travel and do the vendor shows and pop-up shops. So she just started doing them on our front lawn. We
Mhm.
pitch it
Oh,
tent,
Wow.
pitch a tent on the front lawn.
You guys are innovative.
and resourceful too.
Yeah.
We purchased a tent and got my table, ordered my business cards, put out flyers in the neighborhood, signs,
Girl.
corner signs. It
Nice.
was on, I think I had like 2 Saturdays a month.
Okay.
Before. And I said, Lord, this is what you've given me. So I'm just going to be faithful over this. And
Yeah.
now you see.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And it was, we had a big old banner in the back. Guess what it was called? In Harmony Cafe.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say broken leg.
We started doing
broken leg
Mountain,
cakes.
Mount Everest.
We were doing Mount Everest. Yeah. So
Mount Rushmore cake.
Wow, that is so awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So if someone comes to the store, we know you got vegan cakes, which man, I'm so mad I missed out on. But what can they expect? What kind of gambits on your menu?
Of course, we have coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We have a variety of teas. And with the coffees, we do all of the espresso drinks, the cappuccinos, the lattes. Of course, the blended drinks. We do the Americano, affogato, stuff like that.
Courtship.
The courtship. Okay, there's a story behind some of this. A lot of our items on our menu have stories.
Okay.
Right? We have something we call the courtship. It's really, if you go to another coffee shop, it's called the affogato.
Okay.
But we call it the courtship. It's basically ice cream with a shot of espresso poured over it. But back when we were dating, or I was courting her, I would bring her different coffees and stuff like that. And it just made sense to take the coffee and pour it over the ice cream.
Right.
So we call that in our spot, we call it the courtship.
Oh, but why does that sound so amazing? Like, I want to try that.
It's real popular. Yeah, people who try it, they come back and get more and more and more.
Wow, that sounds. I don't even like too much sweets, but that sounds good.
You know, the first time I saw that, another Black company, I believe, and please don't let me butcher this ice cream company up, but I think it's called Creamalicious. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
And it's a Black company. She just got her ice creams into like Kroger and
Okay.
Target and stores like that. But she had a video on her um Facebook page where she was putting she had like banana pudding ice cream, pecan pie, or like pecan turtle, whatever. It's like what you would eat from your Thanksgiving table, right?
Okay.
Those are her flavors. And she was pouring this coffee over the ice cream, and I'm like, the banana pudding ice cream. I'm like, see, that's 15 pounds right there. So I have to try that.
Yes.
Sounds good.
So let me ask you guys this. You guys got, you started off with your IT, then you broke your leg and that kind of stopped that. Then you started doing these pastries on your front lawn, and then that grew. And then now you got a coffee shop that's booming, and every time I'm there, it's booming.
Oh my goodness.
And then
Yes.
the community joins in and have a big fair around your shop. How does that happen? It's not just the store, it's the community.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because the spot. Now I'm gonna say once again, nobody but God, like 100, like prayer, and just I'll tell you how that's kind of been morphing. We are turning out to be a community hub, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
So when people come in, we get to talk to them. We get to see what everybody's doing. We actually have a logbook of a lot of people who come in and what they do, right? And so we connect businesses that are in our community with other businesses. We got like a little network that I'm sort of working on. We help in our network. We help each other. We do business with each other. More importantly than that, when people come in with a need, we're able to direct them to resources, be it a business, be it a community organization, just resources. I mean, we got a lot of untapped resources in this community that people don't know about.
Yeah,
that's available. So we are always looking for ways to connect the dots.
Yeah. And we met a couple of people the first time we came. We met an accountant, a CPA, of course, some rap artists, everybody that was just bringing their talents to the stage, to your store. And I was really impressed with that. Were you going to say something, Keela?
What I like about it is it feels, if anybody ever grew up in a neighborhood where people kind of just went and hung out, like now, the older we get, I don't know if our kids will have that same experience like when we were growing up. And that's kind of what I feel when I go there. Like, you're going to cross anybody that's from the neighborhood. Hey, we sit down, we're playing cards, we're talking. Like, that's the old school way, when times to me were good. Everybody was just chilling, relaxed. It wasn't, your head on swivel. You know what I mean? And I really like that feeling, like just being outside, and it's just you guys have a really nice feel in the atmosphere is just really nice. It brings back so much old school stuff.
Yes, and it's kind of like Raj and Dwayne and Rerun going
right. Exactly. That's a good example.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good example.
So let's show some pictures that we took from the event yesterday, and maybe you guys can narrate these, because I had a lot of fun talking to the different vendors, the different people that were there, and just striking up conversations just to see. And Keela came across one of her favorite authors there.
I did. Oh, did you want me to? Oh, Lord help me. Lord,
see, we need an IT person right now.
Yes, Aaron. Okay, listen. Yes, Cassandra Epps was there. Okay, and I was so excited because I also have a book club, so I try to read. Obviously, a lot of Black authors, but I just like to read. So I was like, oh my God! I'm telling Aaron, I'm like, you know who that is? He's like, Okay. Because I'm like, she got a ton of books.
Had to
He
be.
just like girls. To him, I feel like he thought it was girl stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's one picture with her. And I was so
Yes,
excited.
yes, yes.
I can't wait to post that in
Nice.
my book.
Yeah.
I'm in my book club group. Now,
Mhm.
Aaron, do you have a specific picture that you want me to show, huh?
Just, I mean, you can just go through them and we'll just narrate them.
Okay.
See, that's when we first came in and see Brother Talib is interacting with the brothers, the young brothers, and that was the cool thing about it because it was people of all ages there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Definitely was.
stopping through teenagers, little kids,
It was
older
little
people,
kids.
and everybody was connecting. And that picture just shows a lot about how you connecting with this community, and it was just a great thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the hardworking girl that y'all got slaving all by herself.
Our barista.
She was making my chai tea, I think.
Oh, she has things dialed in. Like
Yes.
she's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very
like her.
impressed
She
with her.
was
Very
so fun.
impressed. She's
She was a
impressed.
sweetheart.
And see, you can kind of get a sense of how nice it looks in there.
Mhm.
How stocked it is, and how how even the open door right there was just like the community is just there for you.
Even the side door. That's
Yeah.
one we all took together
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
when I first met you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the lobby. I like that. I'm
That side door, like you at home just chilling. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yes.
I really like the color scheme is just gorgeous.
And
Thank
I love that wood.
Thank
You know, Aaron, I
Point.
love everything wood. My house has a lot of wood. If you saw my
Okay.
house, you would totally understand why I said
Her
that.
house is a cabin.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's behind the counter. I just
Mhm.
wanted. I mean, it's just always something that inspires you everywhere you look.
Yeah, we have an inspirational wall there. Yeah.
Aaron,
Yeah.
give me the drum roll for this picture.
Okay, hold on, it's coming.
This is one of my absolute favorites. I love all of the pictures, but this to me make me feel so comforting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because makes me think of old school stuff. Like these are
Yeah.
just people in the neighborhood just kicking the breeze. Like no worries, no trouble. We playing Uno, ain't nobody fighting. This just old school right here.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you heard how much smack they were talking to each other,
Yeah, but that goes with it. That goes with the territory. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like when you go in some of these places now, it be real fights, not just junk
Yeah.
talking. You know what I'm
yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. See, look at that. It's just so beautifully decorated. And you can see all the kids. You can see Keela in the background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am back there. I didn't even notice. Right.
Yeah.
Our kids are there. Our daughter, she's well, actually both are little entrepreneurs, but
Oh.
she's into making sand art and little trinkets.
So she was actually there preparing her product.
Yeah.
Bro, wow.
Wow.
Her table as well that night.
Yeah.
She had her table set up. So she's right there. That's what she's doing, getting her business together so she can sell her product.
That's
Oh,
what's up. You
okay.
gotta raise them up right. They following
Yeah.
in your footsteps.
And that is the outside of the building.
Yes.
It's just so nice. I love that little soft purple right on the outside. And man, yesterday it was jam packed.
Oh my goodness.
Jam packed. I love that.
Yes, we had a great turnout.
Oh, I think I showed that one. Here's the street sign.
Yeah, that's the corner
Yes.
of Dexter and Dwayne.
Mhm.
Now that's the picture that I thought you was gonna say the drum roll for, because that reminds me of everybody's grandmother's living room.
Everybody had a picture of Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
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 That is in the living room here.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's our first time there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you had this one that I had came down to. So this was part of the events yesterday.
Yeah. That's Brother Talib.
Yeah.
Now you had a band back there, right?
Yeah.
And that
Oh.
band was kicking some serious blues.
I got some pictures of that band.
I mean, that band was outstanding. In fact, yes, that dude
Oh
on the
yeah,
bass on the right just floored me. Okay, so
yeah.
what we're doing is showing the community gathering around in Harmony Cafe. And
Mm-hmm.
all of these people came, and it brought people from the community, and it also brought some and that was a reggae group right
Yeah.
there.
Yes, yes.
It brought politicians, it brought all kinds
Oh
of people,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
So right there, that's
yeah.
that lady on the right is your district representative.
Mm-hmm.
Tanae. What was her last name? Tanae.
Tanae Hankins.
Yes.
She's
Mm-hmm.
the rep. So man, that all came from selling from a broken leg.
Won't he do it?
Won't he
Won't he
do
do
it?
it?
Yeah.
And it
See,
was
I'm a
prayer. It was prayer. I hands down. I'll have to be real. I got to keep it real with 100
Mm-hmm.
prayer, because even when we were in her pop up in the tent, like I would literally limp down on my crutches to help her set up the tent in pain. Like my leg would, I have to get back up and put my leg in the air before it swell up the size of a basketball.
Yeah.
But during that
wow.
time, I had to help her get that tent up, and up there, I would feel real bad that I couldn't be down there with her, just because I couldn't do it. I would
Yeah.
go out, hey, sit with your mom. You got
Right.
to do it. But it honestly, I once one day I set up the tent behind the tent. I literally got into prayer and just asking the Lord, like, hey, it's July now, but winter's coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
you know, and I know you can bless us with a place to do business,
Mhm.
Lord.
Mhm.
We your kids. I can't even
Mhm.
ask you for a hard thing.
Right.
And within a week, we found out this space was available, that they weren't going to reopen it,
What?
and like literally within a week, and we ended up getting it,
Mm.
and come to find out, somebody else was looking at it. They were actually trying to sell it to somebody else,
Mhm.
and they didn't move on it. And we were closing on a Friday. The people who were, the other people who they were trying to sell it to,
Mhm.
called the day before our close and said, hey, we want it now.
Oh,
What?
really?
Too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Right.
snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all through this journey with this, it's really prayer. Like
Mhm.
really just talking to God about it, and just trying to line up and watch what he does. Even
Mhm.
even the community hub piece, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so if people are in the cafe
Mhm.
and if they're not talking to each other, people, if they're waiting on their order and they're on their phone, just
Mhm.
facing the phone, and another person facing the phone. Normally, I know people who come. I try to get to know everybody. I'm introducing them. I'm like, hey,
Right.
Right.
hey, Sam, have you met Mike?
Yeah.
Mike does this.
Right.
Sam does this.
Mhm.
And those meetings have yielded, I don't know, I want to say prosperity. I mean, between them,
Right.
I mean, I got a lot of stories like that. I'm sitting in here. I met one gentleman who works for a company, another gentleman who has his own business. So I introduced them. They didn't have a whole lot in common. So we just went, sat down, talked, and we were just talking. And then they started talking about their daughters. Both of them had college graduated daughters who were really into art, but they didn't know what to do with it, right?
Mhm.
So they're sitting there and we're talking. I said, wait a minute. I'm looking over across at my man Austin. He's an art teacher.
Mm.
Like, dude, Austin, come talk to these guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing guys standing in line. One guy's a roofer. Don't know the guy behind him is a builder.
Mm.
Like, hey, dude, Ted,
Mhm.
have you met Lawrence? He does this, he does that. And then they're like, oh man, I'm looking for this.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And I'll give you one more story. A couple days ago, a gentleman came in. He's an older gentleman. He's a senior, and he just started telling me his story. He had an operation. He's with his wife, but he's 65 and he's driving for Uber. Times are really hard, and he's trying to get some different transportation. He's trying to get um, let me see. He said transport. Some of the things that I had him write it down, and they then the next day somebody came in with his from DHS who I'm gonna connect him to. You know what I mean? It's just like problem solution.
Right.
That's cool, man. I mean, you're such a good facilitator with that because I was watching you yesterday and how you just was connecting all, and you were so tired like you are today, and but you still had this mission in your heart to connect
Yes.
pieces.
He does a great job.
Yeah. And then you too, Miss Kiana, I was watching you too, and how you just ebbed and flowed through the crowd, and it was just it was like you guys are supposed to be there. Now, Crystal, one of our loyal followers on the podcast, said, "Mr. and Mrs. Barnes, though I do not drink coffee, I will be visiting your establishment to check out your baked goods, which I do not need." Crystal is a great supporter of.
Oh my goodness, she really is.
Yeah,
she really is.
He also says there's so many Black entrepreneurs holding their own in Detroit and other places within Michigan. So yeah, Crystal's gonna. And Crystal, when you go, let them know that you heard about it from the All the Way There podcast.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. One thing we didn't touch on is, okay, you guys are selling this fantastic chai tea and teas and coffees and vegan sweets, but you guys also have a marriage ministry.
Oh man, that's
talk
so
about
wonderful.
that for a minute.
How much time we got?
We got 19 minutes.
You
Go
got
ahead.
Okay.
Well, not exactly 19, but
Okay.
Well, close.
Okay.
We won't take up all 19.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a marriage workshop. We do marriage workshop. We do premarital sort of counseling. We do premarital counseling. Just because, just in our own life, we recognize that marriages are, I don't know, they're I'm saying
trouble. Yeah, in trouble.
But not well prepared.
Not well. Yes.
Not equipped.
Yes. Boom.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we know if we can help strengthen marriages, if we can just help keep married couples together, right? We it's something we notice within ourselves, right? Our kids see that. Our kids see us together. Our children see us working together, right? So we're looking for that to be a ripple effect. So if we can build stronger marriages, and I don't want to sound cliche, but it just makes so much sense to me. Stronger marriages, stronger families, stronger communities, right?
Yeah.
That's how
it sounds cliche-ish, but it's the truth.
It's just yeah. Because what I was gonna say was and when you said the whole name of the cafe is In Harmony, and it's got to be the harmony between a husband and a wife that builds the strong family.
Right.
And then your kids see that there's the unbreakable bond between you guys. So I don't know if we brought this up, but you guys are parents of 6. You're parents of 6. So your stuff got to be tight because you got 12 pairs of eyes. Well, pairs of eyes.
6 pairs, right?
So I'm amazed at how you guys got so much done from
kids,
from breaking your leg by falling off of Mount Rushmore to selling coffee in bakeries on your lawn, what I'm taking away from you guys, sometimes I'm taking Grand River, sorry. But the thing that I love about you guys is that, anybody else doing this? Let's do it.
Right.
I love that about you guys. You don't wait on anybody. Now, like that faith place that you are actually physically sitting in would have just been dormant had you guys not put action to your faith. So I mean, it's apparent to me, and I can see it, and it's just a blessing. So, every time you guys have something, I want to be down there because, especially when you guys had barbecue food trucks down
Yeah,
there,
I
and
have
Keela
those.
went in there and robbed the place. Like
You know
he went
what?
in there and was just like, yeah, Big Mike
Mike,
was down there.
Mike.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that barbecue
Off
was
the chain, off
so
the chain.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I asked Mike how come one of the names Mike was upside down. He said he got a son and a nephew named Mike, and he's waiting on them to take over the business, and he'll turn it right side up when they join.
Ah.
All right.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Mike. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So what is the vision? What's the future of In Harmony? Right now you got one store that's
Mhm.
booming, communities backing you. What's next for you guys?
Well, we want to keep it going, of course.
Yeah.
And that's where we are as far as being in prayer once again.
Mhm.
Because even if we left this and let's say we had another location, right?
Right.
We want that same spirit at each
Right.
there. You know,
Yeah.
it has to be in harmony. This cannot be just a business. It
Right.
cannot just be for dollars. It just that's not what it's about.
It's about
Right.
building relationships and community.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely about relationships. So can you guys have a ministry within your coffee shop just on a daily basis, which
Mhm.
is phenomenal. And you know, it makes me think of, like he said, cliche-ish, but when you really think of this statement and
Mhm.
where you are in your journey, what God has for you is exactly for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's why
Absolutely.
people shouldn't be worried about the competing,
Mhm.
because it's enough room out here for all of us
Yes.
to
Yes.
make it happen.
And
You
that
know,
community event proved that, because you had 3 barbecue trucks parked next to each other. And they didn't even have to compete because there was lines at all of them.
they
Yes.
didn't miss a beat.
They did
Right.
not.
Right.
They did not. You had, I mean, even the quiet one was getting a line, and Mike was bringing
Is
out his
this one?
bread. Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
out.
The Nigerian food.
It
Yes.
was great.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Mike brought a whole slab of ribs and was chopping it up right outside.
Yeah.
Man, and they were looking so delicious. I said, I don't even eat pork, but I wanted to
That
taste
brother got
those.
skills.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you guys have the marriage seminars at the store, or do you guys have it at another place?
Well, we've been having him here.
Mhm.
We had him here before we actually opened.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
we didn't even open the shop yet, and we were having the seminar, the workshops.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So who can come to this? I know it's called marriage seminar, but who can come to this? Can engaged couples come? Couples who are thinking about being married? Who we obviously know it's couples, but who's invited to these seminars?
Singles,
Okay.
singles, couples.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about being a couple, if you the information is so good that it's everybody should get it. You know, it's
Yeah.
good information.
I like that you have it open up, because sometimes people wait until they get married and in trouble before they start stuff like that.
Mhm.
Right.
And sometimes some of those things can help before you get to that level.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even after marriage.
Mhm.
I cannot stress enough. People, they pour so much time and effort into getting the perfect dress, the perfect 6-layer cake, and
Mhm.
we're gonna do this dance routine, and we're gonna record it, and we're gonna send all these trinkets and gifts to our guests, and we're gonna
Right.
show a good time.
Yep.
And it's like you have to have maintenance
Oh, we.
during the marriage. You
Mhm.
don't want to pour so much into the beginning for the fun, but when
Mhm.
the real work comes, you're ill prepared.
Yeah.
So that's why we stress to have maintenance on your marriage. Come to a workshop every 3 months if you need a tune-up. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I always tell people take care of their cars and themselves more than they do their marriage or
Yeah.
relationship. Like, you have to get a tune-up.
Yes.
You have to get your oil changed, because if
Yes.
you don't, it's not going to be drivable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's harder if you don't change that oil and you're
Yeah.
driving down
Yeah.
the road and that engine lock up on you. If you'd have just did that preventative maintenance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
back then,
Yeah, you wouldn't have made it to that point.
right.
Yeah.
So it's easier to do maintenance than it is to fix it after it's
It
broken.
really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep everybody out of your car.
Ah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because too many people in your car, they gonna want to drive it.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
It's just
true.
flowing out of me. It's just flowing out.
Yeah.
But but that's a good thing. And when you walk in there, you never know that you're being ministered to. You just coming in there to get some coffee and some sweets, but you actually being ministered to by the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And see, to me, that's the whole ideal of what ministry is. It's in the marketplace, in the community, the natural things. Not that it all matters. Everything in God matters. So even the outside, like I told Aaron one day, I literally lightweight got offended at first when somebody said, "Oh yeah, I saw your podcast. You have a really good ministry going on." And I'm like, "What? It's not a ministry." Like I literally got offended a little bit. But then when I really sat back and thought about it, I'm like, I guess it kind of is. It's just God is using us in a different way.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah, right, exactly. Now I just picked up on a clue.
what?
In Harmony Cafe, Sweets and More. That's the more.
Yes.
Got you.
And more
Okay.
is very important.
Yeah.
And more.
Yes.
That's the most important
Yes.
part.
Yes.
Getting more.
Yes.
Mhm. I was okay. That was
Yes.
pretty slick how that got in there like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So okay, so you guys thinking about expanding, maybe franchising, do you think? Because I'm way down the line. So,
I'm saying we could.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah.
said, we just don't want to lose the
the basics, yeah.
we don't want to lose that,
Right.
So once the Lord drops that in, how to do that and still maintain
Mm-hmm.
the essence of what we do. It's
Right.
more than coffee. Here's a quick nugget, right? When we first started, we wrote our business plan, right?
Mhm.
And as we went, and if I remember, some of our mission statement was to serve a certain demographic with the coffees and the pastries at a certain price point, this, and delicious this and this and this.
Mhm.
But after we got in it, we realized that as we got to really get involved with the community and everything like that, basically our whole mission statement changed.
Mhm.
We are a community hub that connects people,
Mm.
that provide resources.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we also make great coffee pastries.
Right. And networking. You guys are so into networking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like all of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, absolutely. As far as networking, a lot of people or young people come in and they, they'll start hinting around things that they're doing. And so I'll just give them what I have. I'm like, I'm not benefiting keeping the information that I have to myself.
Right.
If you have something, it's meant to pour into somebody else.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I'm big on that. What you put out, you get back. And sometimes I think a lot of times people expect certain people to do more when, they're friends, they're family, they're this.
Yeah.
But your focus has got to be way bigger than that, because if you stay focused on your friends, your family, your this, I'm not saying that they won't disappoint, but sometimes they aren't your market,
Mhm.
because
Right.
God have put specific people
Yeah.
that he's going to cross across your path.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
So we winding down, but every show we put out a challenge to the audience. We are going to rebroadcast this on Sunday.
Okay.
This is our pop-up on Friday, and so everybody gets to see the challenge. And the challenge is to go to In Harmony Cafe, Sweets and More, and get whatever you like on the menu. But I highly suggest getting the chai tea and getting the vegan cake, and what was the lemon
The lemon cherry bomb.
lemon cherry bomb.
I
I
Yes.
want that.
highly suggest that. So that is the challenge. Also, side note, parenthetical note, today is Malcolm X's birthday. My man would have been 98 years old.
Whoa.
Oh, happy Heavenly
Wow.
birthday.
Yeah.
Happy.
So I wanted to get that across. So I mean, what's next immediately as far as, because you just had a big community thing, and I thought I saw it on the flyers happening next month as well.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
we're gonna not. I think we're gonna do it next month as well. We're gonna
Mhm.
do it on a Saturday. We're gonna start doing it on once a month on Saturdays. We're also doing business networking events,
Mhm.
which is gonna be on Thursdays.
Okay. So what date on Saturday is the next community event?
It's going Saturday. Would that be June 24th?
Mhm.
Keela, actually, if you can find that banner picture, it had it on the banner, correct?
No, we're gonna change it just
Oh,
because.
okay.
Yeah, when we did our debriefing after the event, just kind of see how things went and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and just decided that Saturday is probably going to be a better day for more people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what's something that you want the people to take away from you guys today? Like, what do you want them to remember about In Harmony Cast? Some closing words for you to your listeners.
Live life
In
in
harmony.
harmony.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's part of the challenge
Yeah.
because some people really struggle with that.
Yeah. Well, wait, I got a better idea. Let's make that part of the challenge. Because, some people struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think I said that, but you probably didn't hear me, Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Aaron, what are your closing? What are your
My closing is support the store, support the community. It's obvious that God's hand's on this store, and you don't want to miss out where God's hand is. So at all costs, try to go down and just experience the ambiance that is created by God, Talib, and Kiana Barnes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, my closing words are go down, enjoy. You can take your favorite book. You probably won't get to read it because I like to take my books to the coffee shop. But there is so much going on with the people. I'm sure you won't get to the book, but I encourage you to go and make sure you introduce yourself to them.
Yes.
Go and follow their page. Follow them on Instagram, follow them on YouTube, Facebook, and just share it with everybody so people will know and get them out there. We have to share each other and support each other so we can all get to the top.
Yeah.
We already on top because we doing what God told us to do, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right then. So thank you guys for coming. Aaron, you want to take us on out?
Thank you guys for coming. And
Thank you.
Glad to do it.
we will be seeing you in person again. Thanks to everybody who showed up on the show, Miss Crystal, and everybody who chimed in but didn't say much. We appreciate you too. Yeah, and remember, In Harmony Cafe, Suites, and more. Dexter Avenue, 12041 Dexter.
Okay. And Kiana, because we didn't tell you guys the grid, don't immediately hang up.
Yeah.
We won't.
Okay.
After there.
All right. You guys have an awesome week. You'll see this broadcast Sunday again. And we'll talk to you guys later.